episode 3 of the Knitorious podcast. This is a knitting and creating podcast from Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. And I'm Kelly. On Instagram, I'm Dog Hair Knits, and on Ravelry, I have the same name, and on Ello, I have the same name.
Make it easy for people. You're just the same.
Dog Hair Knits on everywhere.
Everywhere. For me, I'm Carrie. Mine's Carrie Knits on Instagram. Jeez. And then on Ravelry, it has to be different because somebody else has Carrie Knits. So on Ravelry, it's That Knit Life. So yeah.
And we wanted to say a huge thank you to anyone who's tuning in for the first time. Thankfully, you're only 3 episodes in, so you don't have a lot to catch up on. And definitely a major thank you to anyone that's come back for the 3rd time in a row.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
You.
It's been really fun, even though we're 3 episodes in.
We can't believe how quickly we've, kind of been noticed.
Yeah.
I don't think either of us expected that to happen.
No.
And not so quickly, so it's really exciting.
It is exciting. It makes it fun
to do.
To come back. And we did decide, I think, on every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
We're not really that fast.
No.
So
and we both have full-time jobs. Not that everybody else out there doesn't have full-time jobs.
Right.
But every 2 weeks gives us enough, yarn venturing and
buying
acquisition.
yarn.
Yeah. It's really just damage time.
It would be interesting if we did it.
2 weeks to come up with an excuse for everything that we have now. All right. So I think I said this last time. It was so super cheesy. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, you did that with the hands and everything.
Awesome.
So should we start with our finished objects?
Well, we had an I wonder.
Oh yeah, we have a question.
On our Ravelry group, which is the Knitorious Podcast Ravelry group. So many people have been participating. It's so fun to just go on there. I go on. This is my scrolling thumb. If you didn't know, this is what
she uses. Her phone, obviously.
Obviously, I use my phone. I go on every night before I go to bed and just kind of see what's out there. It's like the new Facebook for me. I'm never on Facebook. Always
it's like the Facebook for knitters.
It's pretty cool.
So it's awesome.
So we did have a question from Geared to Make. And she asked about the Harry Potter bag that you showed on the very first episode.
So I did talk about this bag, and I think we both forgot that I talked about it because we had a lot of camera issues that episode, and we cut out the whole thing pretty much. So that Harry Potter bag, the black canvas bag, I got it from Michael's, and then I also bought a t-shirt pen.
Do you have it? You should go get it so that
the
you
bag?
can show it. Yeah. Sorry, she's gonna go get it. All right.
Okay, so
we got the bag.
So here's the bag.
I'm a visual person.
Yes, visual. I'm sure a lot of you are too. So this is the black bag that I got from Michael's. It was pretty cheap. I don't know the number off the top of my head. But I have a projector in my home. I realize most people probably don't have a projector in your home. But if you're a teacher, like Kelly and I, we use this tip a lot to make posters and things for our classrooms. But you can actually project an image and then trace it. And that's exactly what I did. I used a pen and I held up this bag. I'm pretty sure I taped it to my wall. So just have a laugh picturing that. And then I pulled up the image I wanted and I traced it with a pen. And then I just filled it in with t-shirt pen. And that's all I did. And it probably doesn't look as awesome as you think it does in person.
It's nice.
I'm pretty happy with it.
I mean,
but, it's not professional. But yeah,
cute.
if you know someone with a projector, if you know a teacher, just hang out in their classroom after school one day and make yourself a bag.
To come into classrooms. You can't come into my classroom.
I mean, when the kids are gone.
I guess.
But yeah, thanks for asking. I don't sell these. I just made it one afternoon as a fun craft project.
But now you know.
Now you know.
I say that. And now you know.
Now you know. You can make one. Do it.
All right. So thanks to Geared to Make for that question.
Yes, thank you.
And definitely put anything in there if you want to know about us, if you want to know about knitting projects, where we're headed, if you have a suggestion for a yarn venture, we'd take those. I think we should start a new thread for yarn ventures because so many people have been saying, oh, this is my LYS, and if you're ever in town, you should come there, and we love that because with summer coming, we're thinking about traveling, and it'd be cool to have a list of yarn stores.
Yeah, I think someone just mentioned Allentown, which I was really excited about because I pass that every time I go home to see my parents. I feel like we're getting really dark. Oh, that's a little better.
There it
Whew.
Lighting is a thing. So, FOs.
FOs. Okay.
You have been a knitting machine.
I mean, a little bit.
I'm proud
I've
of
been a little
you.
bit of a knitting machine.
I'm proud. Every time I come over, you're like, look what I made! Look what I made! These
Look
are...
what I made!
Maybe that's what we should call this segment.
Yeah!
Look what I made!
That's actually perfect. You would have seen this last time. I probably had just one working on a, what are they
Flying
called?
north.
Loop. Yeah, Flying North. So I have them both finished, and I just recently got myself some sock blockers.
Oh.
I did wear them the other day, so if they look a little dirty, I apologize. But yeah, what can I say about this? It was really easy to make.
What's the yarn?
The yarn is Neely's Knits. It is her Lisa Frank colorway zebra stripes and polka dots. And on the toe and the heel, I used Knit Picks palette yarn. It's a Peruvian wool, and I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be stock yarn because I was running around in these, and they got a little felted at the bottom. So, you know, that's fine. And actually,
Sparkle would pick up more because they're so sparkly.
they are so sparkly. I was telling Kelly they're actually a little long, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm still going to wear them because...
You could get them to me.
I don't know if they'd be too narrow for you, though. I thought about it.
Moving on.
We'll just not acknowledge that part.
We all know my large foot problems. If you haven't watched before, I wear a size 12. And what size do you wear?
Like a 7.5.
I think I wore 7 in the 3rd grade. Well, those are so cute. What size needles did you use? Someone else was asking to say the needle size.
Yes, and if you watched last time, you know that I was really confused because I had to rip these back. And someone, I think it was it from the Freckled Whimsy?
Oh, yeah.
I forget her first name. Do you know?
Laura?
I think it's Laura. Lara. From the Freckled Whimsy. She mentioned that the Addie Sock Rocket needles are sometimes 2.5 millimeters, actually most of the time, whereas a lot of other size 1 US are 2.25 millimeter. And that was the problem. When I made my Rose City rollers, I used size 1 US, but it was 2.25. But then the Addie Sock Rockets are 2.5, but they're still US 1.
But you don't think that would make a big difference, but it does, because that's
It
what
made a huge
happened
difference.
to my jelly bean socks.
Oh yeah,
I
you
think
got the
that's
same
why.
thing.
You gotta check your gauge, people.
So I never would have I don't know if I ever would have figured that out. So thank you for that tip.
Good
so
tip.
be aware, people.
Do you have any other FOs?
I have one more that I wanted to show. I feel like
Oh, so cute.
I feel like it's a little bit of a cheat, but I know Tracy and Jody have done this where they show an old object that they made.
Girl, you still made it, and that's what the new segment is called. I made this.
How did we say it?
Look what I made!
Look what I made!
Look what I made!
So this is called the Neon Ski Bonnet.
This is for a child, right?
No, this is for me, thank you. This is by Lacey Volk. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But guys, I was really...
Can I hold it close? Because
Yeah.
the patterns on this... Come on, people.
I was really, how do you say it? As a new knitter, I was really...
I'm just trying...
ambitious. I was really ambitious. This was like the second thing I ever made.
No, it wasn't.
It really was. I was like, cables, I can do that. This little thing, I can do that. Pom-pom, I'm gonna do it. And I was really frustrated when I first started it, I will say that. But let me just show you it on.
I was going to say, how do you...
It fits.
It's like magic, because I was like, it doesn't cover part of your head.
This is nice because it
cute.
covers your ears, and then you got this little tie here.
We could have used that this weekend. It is April,
It
and
snowed.
it snowed in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania.
It was
snowed,
very
and
sad.
I was up really, really early Saturday. I could not sleep this weekend. You seriously, Heidi Ann in that.
You know you're jealous.
So I was up at 5:30, and it was raining, and I had all these things to do. So I was like, all right, rain, I can handle it. By 6 o'clock, it was big, fat snowflakes,
Wet
and
snow.
it snowed like 2 or 3 inches.
And it was cold.
Freezing cold.
I mean, I guess if it's snowing, it's just to say that it's...
so rude.
Oh, hey!
But the nice thing is, it kind of revamps your like knitting winter accessories. Because I was thinking, it's gonna get warm. I have to start thinking of knitting like lighter things, and then it snowed, and I was like, out comes a shawl, out comes a scarf.
I can
Maybe
wear
I'll
my
make
sweater.
mittens.
Totally.
Yeah, crazy, but that's so cute. I
Thank
don't
you.
think it's cheating at all.
Yeah.
because if that's cheating, this is definitely cheating.
You have an FO.
Have
It's not
an
a knitted FO.
And that's why I think we have to rename this segment.
I made this!
I made this! Because I made this!
It's so cute!
It is a pillowcase, and it's tied on one end because we had these super ugly, you can't even see them because they're not worth looking at, super ugly brown pillows on our couch. And we have a Great Dane Pit Bull mix, and Hudson, our other dog, is like some kind of shepherd mix. And a Hudson. They drool everywhere, their hair is everywhere, and our furniture is dark.
They think they're like this big, but they're like this big.
No.
And they come right on you and in your
They're
face.
space invaders.
But they're babies. They're just like big babies.
Adorable. But anyways, they're slobs. And I am thrifty. I don't like the word cheap. I'm thrifty. And I thought, I was out with my mom at Hobby Lobby, which was my first time. Y'all who live near a Hobby Lobby,
You need to go.
you're blessed.
We need to go together because I went in there for like 10 minutes and it wasn't enough time.
I went in with my mom for almost 2 hours. I'd never been to the
Whoa.
Hobby Lobby. I was I had missed a section of my life. So I'm in Hobby Lobby and they sell fabric, as I'm sure everyone else on the planet knows. And I saw this fabric, which matches my living room curtains. And I sewed these up, literally folded the fabric piece in half, sewed around a couple edges, and made these little ties. And for less than the price of one pillow at Hobby Lobby, I covered 2 pillows in my living room. So
It's so cute.
now when people
I
come
want
over,
to
I'm like,
make
oh, you like those? I made them.
Oh,
That's
this?
all.
I just made it.
I just, you know,
No big deal.
pieced it together.
Maybe.
Yeah. So that's my only FO because I didn't get as far as I needed to on some other reading things.
Yeah.
How about half objects?
You have a hoe.
Oh.
I don't have a hoe.
I do have a half object. This is in my Beautiful Mess Yarn Works project bag with the little reflective deer on it. And this was a woe last week because I had to start it and restart it and take it apart. But it's a hoe this week. Woohoo! This is my jelly bean sock.
So cute.
So cute. It's a little bit of a hack, I would say, because I took Kristen from the Yarngasms, my favorite socks pattern, and the toe is a Rose City roller toe that I realized I was like knitting away. I looked at the pattern. I was decreasing too often, so I had to kind of, mess around with the end, but I'm really happy with them.
It's really cute. It's Patton's Croy.
Patton's
yarn.
Croy is the yarn, and then the heel is just some Red Heart socks, which I bought at Hobby Lobby. The only downside is I think they're going to be too short for the pin feathers
Stripy
and pearls.
socks, Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no stripy socks, but I do have stripy socks, and I participated in the Callan spirit, and I have a hoe to show.
Hoe.
Do you have any half objects?
I don't have a half object, but should we move on to whips?
All right.
Let's move on to
Works
whips.
in progress.
Works in progress.
You can go first.
Okay, so mine, this is one that I did show it on Instagram. I was like, hey, look at this skein. You're not going to see it in a skein in our stash enhancement section because I'm winding it now because I couldn't wait to cast it
And
on.
you actually, this was posted when we were on our way to Old Sledworks 2 weeks ago for our yarn venture. You showed it to me and you're like, look what I'm buying.
Oh yeah, in the car, I was like, I'm buying this. It is Neely's Knits again. What's it called? Chocolate Frog. It's a chocolate frog colorway and it's striped. And you guys, teach yourself. Look,
You are not.
2 at a time, girlfriend.
Hashtag teach yourself.
I know last time I was like, Shannon, I'm doing that 2 at a time socks thing, and I did it.
Can I see the mini that came with this? Because that's the one cool thing about Neely's
Yes.
Knits is she always does like coordinating heel toe minis.
And this
it's
heel toe
so
is
sparkly.
beautiful. It's like a light gray. It's tonal. It's sparkly. And then the other main part of it is just squishy sock base, I think. But
It looks just like the wrapper because you went to Wizarding World and brought
I
me.
did.
Do you remember you brought me a chocolate frog?
Yeah.
And my dog ate it.
I didn't remember that part. But yeah, the box.
And it looks just like this.
It's like the brown, gold, purple. It's awesome, and they look really good on too. I'm gonna try to make it into Candace's stripy socks, Cal. I have 3 days? I don't know if I'm gonna get there. Probably not, but
Do you think, question of the day, that 2 at a time is faster than Magic Loop?
I think I did these really fast.
When did you cast them on?
Well, last time we
I don't
had
know why
one
this is an
cast,
interrogation. I'm
I
sorry.
hadn't casted them on yet.
So they've been within 2 weeks.
I think like a week ago. I think it took me a week to get to this point.
That's awesome.
It does feel faster, but these are also just plain vanilla socks, and that's part of why they've been so fast.
Well, you know what's nice too?
And
When you're done, you're
especially
done.
When you're done, you're done. And I keep thinking, oh, I should have counted how many I did for the toe. Oh, wait, I just did 2, so I don't need to remember that. So
So cute.
that's my only
And
whip.
what
Well,
project bag is that in?
And this is in the lovely Kelly Custer project bag.
Dog hair knits.
Dog hair knits, yo. That's where it's at. You're not selling anything yet, are you?
No,
Maybe.
I don't think I
In
will.
the future.
It's fun, but maybe someday I'll sell other
Maybe
crafty
someday.
things that I make. We're gonna see if the light adjusts. So, is that all you have for whips?
Yes.
Alright, my works in progress.
In another Kelly bag.
And another specialty in your bag.
Dog hair knits.
Dog hair knits, because literally covered in dog hair. These are my Hermione's everyday socks. This is the second sock cuff. The other one's at home in a safe place away from the dogs.
Good.
The yarn is alpaca peds, heels and toes from the
See?
alpaca yarn.
This is
coming
doing
in.
nothing.
There. So it's alpaca peds, heels and toes, because it comes with a contrasting heel toe.
I saw that yarn at Flying Fiber when I was there. Alpaca peds.
So cute.
Yeah.
I love it. And I'm making these on Chiagu size 1, 2.25.
And they're bamboo.
Yes, somebody in the Ravelry group, we all know my woe from last week with bamboo needles. Snapped them Hulk hand style. And then I got splinters. Somebody gave me a really good tip.
Standing
We'll
up.
put your name down here because it was so helpful. She said, if they're splintering, use a nail file.
That's
And
an
just follow
awesome
it down.
idea.
You know what's really funny? I was working on this earlier, and I smelled wood burning. I was like, I think I'm knitting so fast that these are getting hot. So maybe that was just like my imagination. But yeah, that's one of my works in progress.
Sweet. Do you have any other ones?
I do. Stand
I
by.
can't wait to see this.
Alright, so it's been 2 weeks since I showed this.
Is it
And-
done? No, because it's a whip.
I had to take a day off work last week. I have a really bad back spasm muscle thing. And sometimes, like, you wake up, just can't walk, not a good day. So I had to take the day off work and just...
Did I know you took a day off? I don't
I
think I
don't
did.
know. I probably didn't tell you. Sometimes like my quiet time.
Rude.
So I had the day off and my heating pad and I hung out. But the
upside
upside
so good.
The upside to having a muscle spasm in your back is that you can knit laying down. Not a lot. Didn't do dishes. Dreadful. Didn't clean the house. Didn't do paperwork, but I did get some knitting
Can
done.
knit laying down. There you
So
have
last time we podcast, this is what I had done. Little project keeper right there. Now I have all of this.
it. Oh my gosh.
This
it's
is
like
the
huge.
campside shawl.
I want to make one of these now.
And I am knitting this on size 7. These are my Harmony interchangeables. They're the tie-dye ones that I got
What
my
size
honeymoon.
yarn is that?
I think it is DK weight, but I have to be honest, I bought a ton of yarn at Michael's with a gift card before I really was exposed to nice yarn, and I'm kind of the waste not, want not, so I had all of this in my stash and wanted to knit it up, especially because it was my first shawl too. I want to make sure I was decent at it.
I like the
So
color
that's,
a lot.
I'm trying to get it, look,
Is it
now you
acrylic?
can't see it. It is acrylic. I think it might even be like just a little bit wool, but it's not crunchy. It's decent.
It's awesome.
So look how far I got in 2 weeks. I'm proud.
That's amazing.
Because there's 90 million stitches on this.
How much more are there? Is there much more?
No, I'm so close to. There's this
feel like
eyelet pattern at the end gets really really small, and then after this it's ribbing.
I feel like it's rounded. Is that just because?
It's because it's not blocked.
Okay.
But I'm so proud of this, and
It
this
looks
weekend I have a road
awesome.
trip. I'm going to Penn State for the blue and white game for the first
Mhm.
time. So I think I'm going to bring this and hopefully have it finished for next week.
I'm jealous.
I was just watching KT from Inside Number 23, and she was talking about the black hole of shawl knitting. I am really close to the black hole because you just feel like you're knitting and you're knitting and you're knitting and you're knitting and you're knitting.
I felt that way with my little shawl.
And I'm still doing increases, so it's gonna get bigger. I can't imagine what that's gonna be like. So
it looks awesome.
Thank you. That's my other
What?
work in progress.
Should we do Oops, I Did It Again?
Yeah, we can combine that with Yarn Venture.
Okay.
Because last episode, Carrie and I went on our Yarn Venture together to Duncannon. This week, we went to the same places, but not at the same times.
You went to Flying Fiber too?
No. Okay,
We
we
both
went to
went
one
to
of
two
the same
shops.
places, two different ones. But if you are in public education in Pennsylvania, right now we are in the thick of standardized testing, which takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of preparation, and we both said we were teachers. I teach autistic support, so I do modified testing, small group testing, and it just really didn't leave us a lot of time to see each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry, can't see you. I have to get my room ready for testing. We had to get the kids ready for testing. I had to mentally prepare for testing.
I was working. I work at Hershey Park. If you've heard of Hershey's Chocolate, I work at Hershey Park.
You should go to Hershey Park and see her.
You should come visit me.
I have
It
a
was
Hershey
snowing
Park pass.
for springtime in the park.
Yeah.
So I was working. You were prepping mentally.
So we didn't go together, but we did go
Separately.
And this is
We
what
don't have
got.
any footage, but
Well, you took that adorable picture at
yeah, I went to Flying Fibers, which is Landisville. Is it in Landisville?
around there.
And it was like right before they closed. I was looking for some wool wash and a couple other things, and they were out of them. And she said, I don't have those, but I do have a couple of lambs back here. And I was kind of like, did I hear her right? She has a couple of lambs?
or hams? I'm like, I like ham. Do you have
Hams? You got some hams?
Lambs.
I went in the back in like a little, one of those plastic crates. 2 little lambs, 4 days old. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen the picture.
And they had diapers on.
They did?
The next day.
You saw them?
No, I didn't go. I saw a picture on Instagram. You should follow their shop. The next day, the lamb was out of the box, and he had a little diaper. A little human diaper.
They were the cutest things. They had to be there because she was telling me, the shop owner was telling me the mom was sick, and so she didn't have enough milk to feed them, so she had to take them to work with her to bottle feed them every so often.
Take your kid to work day, take your, lunch
Lammy.
to work, take your lamb to work.
And they were so sweet. They were really scared because, they're brand new, but...
Because they're lambs in a wool shop.
Good point.
But that really cool thing I like about Flying Fibers is the shop owner is also a farmer. And she raises the sheep and is super involved, and she...
Obviously.
Do you know she's also, fun fact, Pennsylvania has a well-known farm show. Which is a week-long event that happens in Harrisburg, which is not even a half an hour from where we live. But they have all sorts of agricultural things that you can imagine. But my favorite thing is the sheep to shawl competition. So they start with a sheep, they have to shear it, they have to spin the wool, they have to do all of the prepping, and at the end they have this beautiful shawl, and then they auction them off. And she, I believe, has won several years in a row with her team.
She either won or she got really close.
So that's that
it,
shop
which
is
is
the
cool enough.
whole cycle.
Yeah, she's awesome. And that
Sheep
shop is
to
awesome.
shawl.
I didn't get
So you
anything
didn't get
there.
anything there.
Did you?
I didn't go there.
For the third time. Obviously I don't listen to her.
Never.
She talks.
I did go to... We'll do this one first.
Okay. What is it?
Little Owl's Knit Shop.
Little Owls.
And this was... It's tax season, and I got my tax return back,
Woohoo!
and deposited to the bank, went from the bank to the yarn store.
It's the way to do it.
It is, it really is, because it's money that's never extra money, but I'm like, alright, it's extra, I'm going.
That's how I feel too.
So I stocked up on needles, Chiagu needles. I got a longer cable for my shawl. I got another set. These are size 1, 40 inch. You know what these are for?
That's the exact thing that I got.
Do you know what these are for?
Socks.
2 at a time.
Are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So that is for 2 at a time. These are for my magic looping. This is for the black wool shawl. And then she had a little sale.
What is that?
This is Simplicity.
I love that.
And it's merino superwash, 55% merino superwash, 28 acrylic, 17% nylon. And this is going to be a pair of Rose City rollers.
Do you think they are variegated or striped?
I don't know. I have no idea. But I love the Rose City rollers pattern. I like short socks because I got big feet. And this is going to be, it's enough in each one to do one sock, a little bit left over.
I like that a lot.
Thank you. Me
Yes.
too. And then I also got the same exact yarn. Oh, let me see if there's
It
a
reminds
color
me of
name.
flowers.
I don't think they give theirs a name. No, it just says color
Color
503.
503.
Somebody else said this. Name your yarn colors. That's
I
the
know,
fun part.
come on.
But this is another skein that I got. And this is going to be some sort of stuffy for the Legacy Knits stuffy along. I
That would
haven't
be a good
picked my
giraffe.
pattern yet.
Or a pig.
You know, giraffe is cute. I do like giraffes. And
Or a
that was
bunny.
all I got there. Where did you go other than
So,
flying by?
I also went to,
the speckled sheep.
the speckled sheep. I
Reader.
got some wool wash, which I actually have right here.
So ill prepared. There goes the sun. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Can I smell
This is Eucalyptus, or however you say it.
it?
Wool wash. It's grapefruit scented. It's very mild. It's not very strong, but I used it to block a couple of socks, and I loved it.
I think I have the eucalyptus one of this.
Yeah, you probably do. I got some sock blockers, and yeah, I didn't buy any yarn from the yarn shops that I went to. But if we're doing our Oops, I Did It Again, are we?
I guess so. What else did you get then?
What do you mean?
Didn't you say if we're doing the oops, I did it again?
Yeah. I got something in the mail.
Say that again.
I got something in the mail from the Yarn Enabler.
They mentioned us on their Die Another Day.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Thanks for mentioning us.
People, thank
I
you.
have been waiting for this because I've been so excited for a very long time.
This is like, they should just call this the teacher's yarn.
You've probably seen this on a bunch of blogs. Blogs? Somehow I transported back to 2001. You've probably seen this on a lot of podcasts. She sends you the color for the pencil. The camera's right here. I never remember. And then she divides this up because it works for a lot of different ways of knitting your socks. That would be the metal part and the eraser. And then you got the wood and the lead tip. So yeah, I am so excited to do my pencil socks. I think I'm gonna do that after I finish my stripy socks. So that's
And then you
that
can give
one.
them to me. Do you have enough in there to make really big ones? Do you know I have a pair of pencil socks, but they're from AC Moore at the register when you go and they have like, here's all of these things that you don't need. And I'm like, yes, 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 take them all.
I have seen them.
I
They
have
are cute.
pencils and I have
But
little
how
owls.
cute is
Those
this
are-
idea?
That's such a good
And she
idea.
has a pattern for it.
And she also has a colored pencil club now too, where
We're
you
both
get a colored
really
pencil.
wanting to get a colored pencil.
Mm.
So that's that. I was so excited it came today because then I'd be able to show you guys on the podcast.
What colored pencil would you want if you got it?
Well, you can't pick.
But I feel like it's a
But if I
personality
could
test.
pick, I think I'd pick like a
Gray.
fuchsia.
Did you hear this? Great.
Gray? Look
Okay.
at my shirt. Do I look like a gray person?
You're wearing a shirt that has cats on it.
Okay, I'm cutting that out.
I think I would pick orange or yellow.
Gray, black.
Moving on.
Do you have any other?
I do. So, after meeting with Jamie from Beautiful Mess Yarn Works,
Hi, Jamie.
and I have been talking on Instagram with Devin from the Francophie Knits. If
Devin!
you are not watching her podcast yet, stop this.
Stop.
Go watch her
Go
podcast.
watch.
She's adorable.
Hi, Devin.
And she's...
We like watching you a lot.
Devin, you are so talented.
You're awesome. We want to hang out.
We do want to hang out.
Also,
and
she's yarn dyeing, which I am itching to do. So,
And she just went to YarnCon
Uh-huh.
with Allie and Abby from the Get Lit and Knit podcast,
Yep.
who we have been back and forth with and are doing swaps with, and they're super fun. But Devin's design, the Amboise shawl.
Yes.
So
It came out
pretty.
today.
It
Did you
came
see
out
that?
today.
The pattern came out
And
today, April 12th.
She worked with Jamie from Beautiful Messy Yarn Works. Jamie dyed yarn sets for the shawl, and then you can buy them in kits. So cute. Go to Beautiful Messy Yarn Works and check out that pattern and the yarn that goes with it. But they both have me bit by the spinning bug.
Oh boy, here
I
we go.
want a spinning wheel so bad. I'm constantly checking online. My husband Chris is a tinkerer. He likes to build things. He actually found schematics to build your own spinning wheel.
If he can figure out how to build you a spinning wheel, he's gonna build me one too.
You use a bike tire. Yeah, I don't know. I told him I'd rather just save and really, really be ready for it when I get it. And I still haven't taken a class. Flying Fibers offers the class for $60, a spinning class. And the other yarn shop that I went to get this, which I'll just talk about, is Speckled Sheep, which is near Millersville, near Lancaster. Speckled Sheep is the name of the shop, and they are offering a buy one, get one. So you can take a friend, buy the class, bring a friend for free.
Oh,
So we should do that.
Cool.
You said cool, yeah, cool. I'm never going to go to that with you. So the reason I went to Speckled Sheep is Lancaster does a tour of Lancaster, and you get to go to all of these different shops, and they send you a postcard with a game piece. So I had my game piece, and I had to go to Speckled Sheep to see if it was a Scrabble letter, and you had to fit it into the puzzle. I didn't win a prize, but because I was on the tour, I got 15% off.
Woohoo!
So I had to go. And, oh, you want to see? This is what happens
Oh
when
my
you have
gosh.
dogs. Yep. So this was my game piece. It was an L. I didn't win a prize, but I still had, I had to buy something because the place is so cute. You haven't seen this yet.
I haven't.
Sorry for the crinkling.
I want to feel it.
It's so, the lady was so helpful. I told her right now I'm just drop spindling,
soft.
and I'm trying to kind of get a little bit better at that. So she told me all about the different wools they had. This is superfine merino, 4 ounces, and Chris was with me. This is called the Hubby colorway. The
Is
Hubby.
it? Hubby.
And it has little speckles of tan and dark navy. And I'm excited to try this on my drop spindle for a little bit, and then I'm going to save the rest for when I go to a spinning class. Which will be, I'm setting a goal for myself to be in a spinning class before summer break.
Wow.
Not to have a spinning wheel,
Set those goals.
but to have a spinning class. Did you get anything at Speckled Sheep?
Yeah, I got the wool wash
The
and
wool
sock
wash.
blockers.
And the sock blockers.
I also have this, and I
Keep
asked.
going off camera.
Well, I have to read.
And then talking.
So I got this, and I asked. This is for my mom. It's for a gift for my mom, and I asked her if she would be okay if I showed it, and she said that it's okay. So I'm showing you this.
That's cute.
I think it's gorgeous.
Do you know who dyes a color like that? Jamie?
Juliana?
No, Jamie.
Juliana dyes a color like this too. It's from Knit Picks though. It's Stroll Fingering, and it is the colorway Frozen Tonal, which is fitting. So I'm not going to say what I'm going to make out of this, but feel it. It's really soft, and
It is!
I love the colors, so I'm really excited to use that.
So cute.
So I got that.
75% wool, 25% nylon. 462 yards. It's a lot.
I did, actually just remembered, I did get something else from the Speckled Sheep. Or did I get these from Flying Fiber? I can't remember where I got them. But it's the same thing that you got.
Camera's over there.
40 inches, size 1.
Are those for more 2 at a times? Yeah. Wow. Maybe you could teach me instead of teach myself. But you know,
Teach someone else.
Mina from the Expat podcast just came out with a 2 at a time tutorial video.
It's really...
I haven't
really
watched
easy.
it yet, but I'm going to watch it, and that's how I'm going to teach myself.
I'm excited to
This
try
is
this
soft.
cable.
I don't want to let it go. It's cute. I like it. Good job.
Yeah.
Nice pick.
As I've been using my Addies more, I don't know what the issue is with them that I have to check out.
You too.
Well, I'm anxious to see how these will be.
Have you never knit on these?
No, I
I
haven't.
love them.
So I'm gonna see if I like these better than the Addie sock rockets.
That's what my jelly bean socks are on.
Yeah.
And that's why I went out, and I didn't have a sock project in mind. I was like, I just have to keep buying these because I need to have more of them.
Oh, what's next?
I have another oops, I did it again.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This part out. Dig, 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 dig.
Oh yeah! You have to show this.
Alright, so I kind of have 2 more.
You probably heard about this through her Instagram on the day when it was going to be shipped. Because
Was
you
that
posted it,
annoying?
no, it was just you could tell how excited you were, and I was like, I want to see this dang thing. You've been posting that it's almost here for like all day.
I was stalking my
It's so
cell phone
pretty.
updates because
It's prettier.
I don't typically order from Etsy. Like I said before, I have to touch
I always
something
order from
and feel it, and I like the experience of buying yarn. But I also like following the herd, and everybody and their sister's cousin is knitting from a sock blank. So
It looks so much better than it did in the picture. Not that it looks bad in the picture.
look at it. This is from Knitty and Color. Check her out. And
It's amazing.
Devin says this, embrace the crinkle because that means that beautiful yarn things are coming. I haven't unrolled this yet.
It's
This
so
is the grand
pretty.
reveal.
Oh my gosh. This is even cooler than I thought it was.
Do you know what I think about when I see these on people? I'm like, I just picture all those little cartoons of like, I could be knitting and wearing this.
Do they
That's
do
how-
that when they knit it?
No, that's not how you knit from it. You put it in like
You
a
would.
bag, but I would. Okay, so with PSSA testing,
I can't stop looking at it.
well, look at it. PSSA testing, we are required to be active monitors, which means you have to be up and you have to be moving and you have to be
Can't sit
very
down,
observant.
Can't look away.
Can't have your laptop on. Absolutely no cell phones there. It's very strict, and
You're not gonna knit during it, are you?
I really, really was practicing all last week to get my knitting without looking skills, but they're so specific, and we actually
There's no
sign
way.
contracts that say that you'll be an active monitor. But I'm like, I said, if I just put this on, nobody will know that it's like, oh, cute scarf, Kelly.
You could just be
And then
knitting
I'm
down
like, but it would be, my kids are pretty distractible.
I'm really
Or
interested
can
to
be.
see how it's gonna knit up.
So, yeah, that's my sock blank from Knitty and Color. And her stuff is gorgeous. And this shipped, I ordered it Monday and I think it came, or no, I ordered Saturday and it came Monday. It was so fast, and
Is
I'm so
this-
excited to see the colors.
Is this like a size, like a fingering weight?
It is, I can tell you, Superwash Merino Nylon, 75/25. The color is called Black Tie-Dye, 463 yards. But, yeah, I'm thinking it is a fingering weight. I mean, I'm
This
making
might be more
socks.
striped than I thought originally.
I just wanted to try. It didn't look like it was recording. Okay, so that's, my last Oops, I Did It Again has actually been an ongoing, I'm dropping things everywhere.
You are?
My last Oops, I Did It Again has been ongoing. This was a birthday gift for my mom. She was like, I have no idea about yarn and knitting things, so she bought me a subscription to the Jimmy Beans Wool beanie bags. And I hadn't shown the past few months. The way it works is you get like 4 or 5 20-yard balls of yarn, and usually they do like a feature. One month it was like interesting weights of yarn, and there was like cobwebs, and the one month it was an Eddie the Eagle theme, which is a movie that came out that had a lot of knitting in it. Normally I don't show them, but this month was so stinking cute. They always come with a little pattern. And the pattern is for finger puppet monsters. And it
So
comes with the yarn to
cute.
make the pattern. And Jimmy Beans also offers a whole bundle on Ravelry of small yardage projects. So
And
this
come
is
in
what
those
they
cute
also,
little bags.
it comes in a cute little project bag. April showers. I opened the mail on the day that it rained, or on the day that it snowed. And I'm like, these should be snowflakes.
Kidding.
But cute little bag. And then it also comes with a card. And I love this part. I'm sure you can't read that, but what it is an explanation, a picture of all the yarns sent. The company, this month they were featuring Crystal Palace yarns and all of the different weights and a little bit about them. And they usually send some notions. I got, a good old needle gauge.
Oh, sweet.
And the one month I got a beautiful shawl pin. I've gotten tapestry needles. And they always send you a thing of soap too.
Nice.
And on this little slip, you're not going to be able to see that.
What is it?
On this little slip, it says, Hand Wound with Love by Gus. Happy crafting. Jess, Gus, somebody at Jimmy Beans, they wind the balls by hand.
Wow.
And they put them in here. So you get like just a little nugget. And each has a tag with what it is. So the best part about this was I've been exposed to all different types of dyers and all different weights of yarns, and I think I got my first Madeline Tosh through one of these.
Cool.
So it's been fun.
I want to do it. It's
And
a good gift if you need a gift idea for someone.
Yeah, especially
Sign
someone
them
new
up
to
for a
knitting.
yarn.
Jimmy Beans bags. They did not sponsor us at all. Just
Not
by the way, not sponsored by Jimmy Beans bags. But
No.
just liking that. That was my last. Oops.
Oops.
I did it again.
Should we do book bag?
We can. Oh! The book bag! This was a surprise for Carrie.
What?
I bought two. Well, you didn't know it was coming. Carrie and I decided that we're going to Maryland
Sheep
and
and
Wool
Wool
Festival!
Yay!
So I went onto their website because
Look at
I had
this.
never been before.
Look how thick.
And for just the minimal
festival
shipping
guide.
fee, this book is free. You just pay for them to ship it to you.
It's like a novel size.
So I got two. And it lists not only the vendors that will be there, the classes being offered, but any other knitting festivals in the area, yarn festivals in the area.
It has
sheep
a
and
schedule
alpaca.
in here that folds out. I told Kelly she's the best kind of nerd because she does things like this.
So I bought two.
And then there's me, and I wouldn't even have thought to look.
Well, I originally
something
went
like
on
this.
just to see if we needed tickets, but it's a free event, so if you live anywhere near Howard County Fairgrounds is where it is. We're going to take a little trip down there, and we realized my new, through my in-laws, we have a relative that lives very close, and your grandparents live very close. So we're probably going to make a
Howard
weekend
County.
of it
Yeah.
at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival.
Yeah,
So that's in my book bag.
If any of you are going to that, you'll have to let us know. When we get closer to it, I think it's the first weekend of May, we'll have to try
That'll
to
be fun.
meet up with some peeps.
Meet people. Jamie from Beautiful Mess is going. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm a fangirl for her. Talk about her all the time.
You did talk about her a lot.
The other book in my bag is At Knit's End, obviously from the library. These are meditations you can read for women who knit too much, and is by the Yarn Harlot. She is funny.
I
Stephanie
haven't read her
Kroll
book
McPhee.
yet, but I know you
Hilarious.
like her.
And it's just all these little, it's kind of like a devotional. My mom used to get those, the Daily Breads. But it's just little tiny stories and quotes about knitting. And I picked that up at the library the other day.
Cool.
I haven't gotten far into it, but I just pick it up every now and then when I need a little chuckle.
A little chuckle.
A little chuckle.
I have
It's
this
my
book.
bag.
I actually got this at Barnes & Noble. I want to say I got it this
It's
week.
fun.
It's
I didn't
called
know you bought that.
The Sock Knitter's Handbook. And
Is it kind of like
I have my Dumbledore bookmark in it.
sock architecture? Everyone's talking about
Yeah, it's I've never seen that book, but it's really neat because it talks about
Picture's
top
really
down
nice.
and toe up, and it gives you options like those are all different cuffs, or all different cuffs you can do, and then it tells you how to do the different cuffs. It tells different. Let me get a good picture.
We'll wait.
Tells you like how to do different heels and the benefits of them. It tells you how to shape toes, all kinds of different toe shapes. And then what I really like about it is in the back,
Little lace chart.
they show you all different patterns that you could do. So you could basically create your own sock. Like
That's
pick
cute.
what
I
design
think
you
that
want
is
and
called
everything.
a Stitch dictionary in the back.
Yeah, I think you're right. So
Maybe you could teach yourself
it's
one
really
of those.
cute. So I am finding knitting more socks that you don't even really need a pattern to knit socks. You just pick the cuff and do whatever heel you want and do whatever toe you want, and you have yourself a sock.
But you do have to pay attention, because then I get all gung-ho and I'm knitting, and I look back and I'm like, what in the world? And I have to take it out. That's what happened with my jelly beans.
That doesn't happen to
With
me.
the sizing. Alright. So that's what's in your book bag?
That's what's in my book bag.
Alright, so that was I'm looking at my show notes. That was the Oops, I Did It Again, the book bag, the yarn venture kind of all combined into one. And now it's time for, last week we had this all coordinated, the Pod Nod.
Pod Nod. We need to pick an order next time.
This is our segment where we give back the love that we've gotten from so many different podcasts. I really think that's the coolest part about watching other knitting podcasts is everybody fangirls for everyone. Nobody's like, I don't watch any podcasts, I'm the only one out there.
And everyone's so nice.
Yeah.
There's nobody who's like, well, who we've encountered who's like really mean or anything.
No.
Or mean at all. Everyone's so nice.
So you can go first. What's your pod nod
Okay.
for this week?
So my pod nod this week is Sarah. She does the Make Things podcast. Make Things Club, it's called. She's from Edmonton, Alberta, also, which I feel like is Canada, which is where the Grocery Girls are from, I'm pretty sure. There's so many Canadian knitters and podcasters, which is so
Somebody
cool.
said we were honorary Canadians, though.
We're honorary Canadians because a lot of Canadian podcasters have mentioned us, which I think is
Which is awesome.
funny. And
My family's from Canada. So now I'm like in the club.
she's really in the club. But she's an artist, so I know she makes a lot of things, so Make Things Club is a fitting name for her. But she's very down to earth. She has a cat. And
Which
I don't know what else I
don't
can
have a problem with.
say about her. She's
That
just
you
really
should go
fun to
watch her. Because she's fun.
Go
I
watch
have not
her.
watched her.
She
so
makes a
I'm
lot
gonna-
of things. She's a very crafty person. You can tell that she's just very creative, and I think she's a newer knitter also.
I like a good well-rounded maker, though.
Yeah, I think she's either working on her first sweater or just finished her first sweater,
That's a
something
feat
like that.
I'm gonna
So,
go watch that. That's
yeah.
new to me.
And she's might be around our age, so that's always fun too.
The podcast I have for Podnod this week is called the Sweet Leaps Podcast, and the host's name is Vicky, and she's also from Canada. Vicky is new-ish to the knitting podcast, but the stuff she makes is beautiful. She did the Because I Love You shawl. Have you heard of that design? I think
She designed that?
She didn't design it. She made the Because I Love You shawl, and then she did Because I Love You socks using the same pattern, and then she made a Because I Love You cowl.
Wow, she
had
loving
a
that.
devastating event. She had this beautiful cream-colored yarn with this really dark yarn, and the dark yarn bled and turned her whole cowl, this like gray, sad rain cloud cowl.
That's sad.
But she's so talented, and the materials she uses are beautiful, and I love her style. She has the coolest knitting tattoo. She has a big ball of yarn with knitting needles, and I have 7 tattoos.
You said that on your 10 Things About Me. You have a tattoo on your lip?
I do. Do you want it? You've never seen it?
No. Oh my gosh! How have I not ever known that?
So I have a peace sign on my lip.
How badly did that hurt?
It didn't hurt at all.
At all?
No,
At
because
all?
the weirdest part is you hold your lip and you can feel them kind of like going on it. So, do you want to hear the story behind it?
Yeah.
Is it so off topic? It doesn't matter.
We can cut it out if it gets too long.
Rude. Quick story behind it. I was watching a documentary, because I'm a nerd, on the Miss America pageant. And Miss America contestants are not allowed to have tattoos. Which I was like, oh, that is awful, because I work in a field where tattoos aren't necessarily accepted.
Not really.
And I have lots of them, but I do have them in places that can be pretty much covered at
For
work.
the most part.
But a couple of the winners of the Miss America pageant have crowns on their lips. Or contestants. I swear I saw it in the documentary, but I saw that and I was like, okay, I don't want a crown. But I got a peace sign, because the other meaning behind it is I think you need to speak peace for it to happen. So I thought, well, why don't we try it there?
Oh, that's awesome.
Was that short enough for you?
Speak peace.
So speak
I like
peace.
that a lot.
That's one of my interesting.
How old were you when you got that?
Probably 20.
I'm just playing the part of interviewer.
Yeah. They don't typically last that long, but this one has not faded at all. So that's my little story. That connects to Vicky from the Sweet Leaps podcast, because she has a beautiful knitting tattoo.
So go watch Vicky.
Go
I
get
haven't
a
watched
knitting
her
tattoo.
yet, but I think I will now.
Go get a knitting tattoo. I think that I've really debated that. Doing
Getting a
something
knitting
fun
tattoo.
with knitting. I want a mandala, so I thought maybe I'll get a mandala with a knitting theme. I don't know.
I don't
This
have
is
any tattoos.
just my mind.
Just part of the reason that Kelly and I are pretty much exact opposites.
We
Maybe
have
someday.
come to the most exciting part of the podcast, which we should have mentioned at the beginning, that we
We
were
should
going to
have.
wait till the end to do this, but
You'll figure it out.
this is our 500
500!
subscriber giveaway!
Which now, we're almost at 1,000!
It's so crazy.
I can't
Every
believe
day.
it.
Not every day. Every few days, when I check the account that the emails come into for subscribers, it's like brrr,
I don't
And
even
look-
touch it because I know you'll take care of it.
and it's so cool. And
I
they're
can't
from
even believe it.
the part that I love the most about it is they're from all over the world. I'll say to
So
Chris, like,
cool.
we just got a follower from Ireland.
How do you know where they're from?
Usually what I do is if I see that they followed us or subscribed, I'll go into the Ravelry group, and a lot of them are
In there.
posting in there saying, I heard from you from the Grocery Girls, and I'm from Ireland,
So
and it's really cool.
We're gonna come visit all of you
So,
and give you a
this
hug.
is, which actually, that was a great segue into our 500 subscriber giveaway. We did a random drawing. We had 118 people respond
More than I
to.
thought we would.
Carrie and I each came up with a question. I thought because it was 500, I said, what would you want 500 of? Which the majority of the people said 500 skeins of yarn.
When I
Skeins,
thought about it, I
skeins.
thought I'd want 500 skeins of yarn. But
When
I'm
I
not
thought
really
of it,
creative.
I went to like 500 jelly beans, 500 gummy bears.
If you got 500 of anything,
I don't know. But the person that was selected randomly by Siri was
number 33, who's Marie.
Yay!
Yay, Marie! She is, sorry if I mispronounced this, Eclectric Hearts. Kelly and I tried to
It could
say it
either
a
be
whole bunch of different
electric,
ways.
eclectic. We'll message you.
We'll
on
message
Ravelry
you.
if you don't see this before then.
She's from Montreal, Quebec.
I mean, this might as well just be a podcast about Canada.
Okay, so her post, number 33, did we say the question that I wanted to know?
No.
The question that I wanted to know was, what's your favorite kind of yarn, right?
Mhm.
Is that my question?
What was your favorite, soft, or what is your favorite kind of yarn?
Yeah.
And then mine was, if you could have 500 of something, what would it be?
So Marie, number 33, she
The
said,
coolest answer!
first of all, congrats, your podcast is really fun to watch. Thank you, Marie.
So sweet.
She said, I would like 500 plane tickets with no expiration dates so I could travel whenever I like, which we love that answer.
I never would have thought of that.
It's
I thought
perfect.
of gummy bears.
Yeah.
Which I'd eat in a half an hour, 500 gummy bears.
And I would love to travel, so 500 plane tickets would be sweet.
That's so
We'll go
awesome.
everywhere, so very creative.
Good
Number
job.
2, she said, so far my favorite socks have been made with biscotti yarn. I'm always looking for new favorites though.
And that question you asked was perfect because now I have a whole list of yarns to buy.
Exactly.
If
And they're
I'm
fun to
ever-
read about.
Yeah. So thank you to everyone that participated. And we loved going through and reading what you'd want 500 of. A lot of other people said like acres of land, 500 more hours to knit. a lot of people with young kids, which I can get because I have young nephews, wanted 500 hours of alone time to get their knitting done.
That's a good one.
So we should show Marie what she's getting.
Yes.
Marie,
that.
you are going to get from us this project bag, which I made.
It's so cute. You can't, I don't know if it's easy to see, but it's like a navy color
Navy
on the top, which matches the navy
inside.
Stags on the bottom.
Stags, I like that word. I called them deers. Navy little animals. And
You're
Carrie's
also
friend.
gonna get this beautiful art print, Keep Calm and Cast On. Let me tell you about this. My friend Kristen, hi Kristen, made us this beautiful print just for our podcast giveaway. She does have a shop. It's called Indelible Hope. And she does have this very print on her shop. It's an Etsy shop for digital download. So if you really like that and you want to purchase her digital download, you can go on her shop and do that.
Did she paint this?
She painted it. She
It's
does a lot
watercolor.
of watercolor
It's
painting.
beautiful.
And she has some other things on her shop. And she also told me that she will do custom orders. So if you like her stuff and you have a quote or something you want her to do, contact her to do a custom order for you.
So Marie, what we need you to do is contact us and give us your shipping information, and we'll get this lovely little thank you for watching us package to
And
you.
we might even have contacted you by the time you see this.
Yeah, we'll wait a couple days, because I always think it's exciting when you're watching.
Oh, and you get surprised.
I get the giggles when I'm watching a podcast. Like, we'll get ear burned, and I start blushing, and I turn it on, and I'm like they can see me. I'm like, oh, this is...
I know.
And then I get the giggles when they talk about us.
It is
so...
exciting if you don't know beforehand. So
Yeah.
that's true.
So we'll wait a little, and then if we don't hear from you, we'll
We'll
message
contact
you,
you.
because this is beautiful, and you should have it in your possession.
Yeah.
So that was our 500
Do
giveaway.
you have anything
We're
else?
close to 1,000, which is unbelievable, and we're so gracious for.
I have one more thing I want to show. Do you have anything else?
No.
I keep wanting to show this and then I keep forgetting, but it's not very exciting like Kelly's box is, but this is I'm doing the box of socks cowl. Kristen from Yarngasm, her box of socks cowl. This is my box. And there's a little bit of a story behind this. Brittany.
I hope. Oh my goodness, I was like, that is a cardboard shoebox. Tell me a story.
Not nice! So, anyway, the story behind this is that Brittany, our mutual best friend,
Little Brittany.
She's
Hey,
getting-
little Brittany.
hey Britt, we love you. She's getting married.
So
Come on,
soon.
light.
There.
She's getting married in September, and I am in her wedding as a bridesmaid, and when she asked all of her lovely friends to be bridesmaids, she gave them this box, and she wrote K on it for my name. And inside the box, she had all kinds of like cutesy little things, like Brittany
Of
would.
course she would.
Like a picture of us together, and she had like a water bottle just in case you get thirsty for something.
Thirsty
I'm
for
doing
her
a really bad
friendship.
job of explaining this. But little objects that like went with something you might need.
To be in the wedding.
Yeah.
To support her.
I don't have them in the box
She
anymore.
is the
it's for my
cutest.
socks. But this box is from her, and I was like, it's perfect, and it has a good memory behind it. So yeah, my box.
Your box of socks.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you showed that.
Me too.
I think this is the end for us. This
is
is the end.
My friend, isn't that a song?
I have no idea. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing in the red box, Mom, that says subscribe.
Mom, you can subscribe if you want.
We really appreciate everybody who has left comments on the Ravelry group, left comments on the YouTube page. If we haven't responded to you yet, we are reading them, and it means so much to both of us, and we hope that you tune in next time.
Yep, thanks for watching.
Bye-bye!